One of the most important things I learned as a fashion designer, and I wish I knew it sooner, so I'm telling you now, if you're entering the Relove Fashion competition, it's this. Make sure your design fits you. Good fit is what separates a look that looks thrown together and something you're really proud of. And when you're working with pre-loved fabrics, your adjustments really matter because you do not want to waste a single scrap. Hi, I'm Miriam from So Sustainable, and I have been invited by Relove Fashion to share some of my favorite upcycling and sustainable sewing tips. Today we're going to look at how to adjust a pattern so that it actually fits your body and how to make pre-loved fabrics work for you even when they're not perfect. Conventional patterns were made for the average body, but let's be real, none of us are average. So let's go through this step by step on how to make sure this pattern fits you perfectly. You don't have to use a pattern to enter the Relove Fashion competition, but if you are, here's how to get the most out of it. And even if you're not, it's still really useful to know how to adjust your clothes so that they fit you better. Pattern sizes also do not match shop sizes, so please don't be worrying if it doesn't match what you normally wear. I'm going to use just like a simple pattern to show you how to do this, but what you'll need is probably like pens, paper, scissors, rulers, a few things like that to just help you make those adjustments. Step 1 is grading your sizes. Say you're a size 10 on top and a size 12 on the bottom. What you're going to do here on your pattern, find the size 10 waistline and the size 12 hip line. Then with a pencil, draw a smooth curve to connect them. That's grading, blending one size into another so your garment actually fits your shape. If you skip this, your garment can pull at the hips or sag at the waist, but a smooth line avoids these fitting issues. Step 2 is lengthening or shortening your garment. Most pattern pieces have a piece that says lengthen or shorten here, but if not, it's no big deal. I'll show you how to do it. If you need extra sleeve length, for example, cut along that line, spread the pieces, and then tape in some scrap paper. If you want to crop the piece, fold it along the line and tape it down. These small adjustments keep your proportions balanced and make your garment feel more made for you than just cut from a sheet. Now here's your stark reality. Using secondhand fabrics don't play by the typical rules. Say for example you have a curtain, so that has great yardage, but unfortunately it's actually quite sun damaged, so the colour is not consistent. Or maybe you have a vintage bed sheet, which is also a lot of fabric, but maybe there's a tear in it or there's a big huge stain in it. Or you went to a charity shop and you got a cool pair of jeans or a shirt and you know that you have to take a lot of this apart in order to get these pieces to fit nicely together. Then fabrics also behave very differently. So if you have a duvet, it's very light and airy and it's perfect for like maybe a dress or a blouse, but not good enough for a jacket. And then if you have denim, it's very thick and sturdy, so only certain things can be made from that fabric. Plus with denim, you're more than likely going to have to put many panels together. Before you cut your fabric, always wash it and iron it. So this smooths out the wrinkles, but also will show you any weak spots that might be in the fabric that could be thinning, or it'll also show you any tears or stains that need to be addressed when you're making your design. Also, like in my previous video, you will have to be careful about how you lay your pattern pieces on the fabric. You might need to avoid weak spots or tears, or even actually join some pieces together because you don't have enough fabric for one piece. But also remember that if you use patchwork or color blocking to cover up mistakes, remember that this could also be seen as a design feature and actually make your garment stand out in the competition. One more thing to remember is the grain line. So on shop bought fabric, it might be very easy to see this, but for pre-loved fabric, not so much. To find it, gently tug the fabric in two directions. One way will feel stretchy, that's the cross grain, and then the other feels a lot firmer, and that's the straight grain. That's the direction your grain line arrows should follow. Think of it like building a house. If the walls all don't line up, the structure will feel a little off. And the same thing goes for fabric. So these are my tips on how to make your pattern fit your body and also make the fabric work for you and not the other way around. And that in itself is true sustainable design. It's clever, it's creative, and it's resourceful. And remember, every single scrap you save is one less piece of textile in the landfill. And that's the kind of thinking competitions like Relove Fashion are all about. What I want to know in the comments is, are you using a huge curtain or bed sheet for your design, or have you found something in the charity shop like a nice shirt that you plan to use for your entry?